Hey babies, what's up my darling MVPs and how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sale with Mimi Shortly Mimi where you get the gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hurt. Of course you know there is no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze you do what? You lose. Are you here to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat, long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist? I see they hot. Guys, last night was crazy. First off, happy Sunday to you guys. I know we can't wait to see what tonight's eviction holds for us. But that one aside, we'll talk about eviction later. No, but first off, guys, you see these pictures of Makeke, Yolanda, and Mitch. Depict how yesterday was like. It was actually so funny. Like, yo, wahala be like bicycle indeed. Like, I enjoyed yesterday night after party. Like, I really did enjoy it yesterday night. If you did not watch that, miss, you really missed. But do not worry, you would hit right now because we are going to be discussing everything that happened after party, okay? First off, I'm just going to send a big shout out. When I say a big shout out, I'm going to send a big shout out to Papa Ghost. Yes. The thing is, yeah, the one thing is, you might not like Papa Ghost for his confidence, for having overconfidence and for rubbing it off on people's faces. But there is one thing you guys would never take away from Papa Ghost, is that he is among the housemates who actually kept this show moving, who actually made this show interesting, who actually puts plot twist by himself. Like, this dude literally created a game. Oh my god. Because one thing I've noticed about this Siyamosha housemates is that when you leave them, they are not gonna do anything like to lit the house. They barely play games, unlike other previous season, they played games. Even if simple truth or dare is hard for this housemate to play. Because I don't know, most of them have personal beef and they really do not like themselves and they feel they had to just skip that part because they don't want to get involved on anything. But Papa Ghost, I think that is the reason why they had to return them to the house, because imagine Papa Ghost and Lerato leaving that time. We would have been sleeping on this show by this time, because what? So why am I saying all of this thinking? Why am I hyping Papa Ghost like this, guys? Well, it's because this particular dude single-handedly, created a game just like he has always done. The other time was award, which we enjoyed the award giving and the title that came after it. Like, I could give several reasons why I said Papa Ghost, in as much as I don't know if his fan base came true for him this time, because I am kind of scared, like, he might be going to, like, I don't know. I don't just know, Sha. I don't know, but let's see how it goes. I said we're going to talk about eviction later on, but right now, let's focus on the gist. So, guys, Papa Ghost created, what's it called? A game, with the housemates, and this game is, you have to pick a housemate, from a paper, then you would say your like and dislike about the housemates. You get a point. So yeah, you have to say your like and dislike about a particular housemate, how you feel about the housemate. So first off, right, I might not say all of them, right? I want to say most of the ones that hit. Like, I'm like, yo. And first off, I'm going to also send a shout out to this housemate for having a blunt mouth. They have unfiltered tongue. Since I just started with Papa Ghost, let me just tell you guys what Papa Ghost say about Z, right? So Papa Ghost actually made Z so teary as he was hyping Z, telling her of how much a beautiful, genuine, authentic being she is. Revealed that how much she is gonna be a good mom, a good wife. He said a lot of positive things about Z, but reverse became the case when he said some things about Lerato. He said more of negative things about Lerato than more positive. But that aside, Lerato also said to Yolanda that Yolanda, she thinks Yolanda was not trained well, that Yolanda was trained from the streets. She actually did mention Yolanda's dad, which I do not like at all. I do not like that part. She actually did mention, she said Yolanda is quite disrespectful, that she lacks respect, that the way she talks to her man, that the way she talks to men, she now said the way she talks to her man. She now also said, aside from her man, the way she talks to Makeke also, that she has seen Yolanda speak to people, in a way that is actually absolutely a no, 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 that she thinks she lack respect and she was, trained from the streets. Yolanda wanted to reply, but the rule of the game is, whilst a person is describing you, even if the person is calling you a witch on your faces, you don't have to say pim. Even when it is your turn, so far it is not the person's name you pick, you don't even have to say a word. Like, you don't have to say anything. And I love it that way, because if not, there would have been arguments. You get the point. Yolanda wanted to speak, react, but she just kept cool because there is no addition. She said, oh no, I really wished I can reply. That was what Yolanda said when Lerato was saying all of that. And also, Lerato also threw out to Mpumi that Mpumi should stop wearing PJs while cooking. So this is her indirectly talking about Mpumi's smelly thingy. So she could not come out to the open to say, Mpumi, I think you should bathe regularly or whatever. So guys, that was that one about that. The other person I'll be talking about, their spill, their mosha, is Mitch. Yo guys, I told you people, I say Mitch and Yolanda has the same thing in common, their mouth. Their mouth is just something else. Like, it is really something else. So Mitch to young papi, I'm gonna say the negative he said about young papi. Mitch said young papi is like a toy to Z. That in fact, if Z stands and young papi stands, that's now young papi is now a fan to Z. I'm like, yo, that even the way young papi follows Z around, like control, like remote control, that Z controls young papi with remotes, that the way young papi follows Z around, even Lerato Modi said do not follow Papa Ghost, who is her boyfriend, like that. Even what was her name, Liema, Mpumi, do not even follow Jared that same way. The way young papi, that if, for example, if Z just stand up now, go to the left, before you know it, young papi will stand up and go to the left. So while he was saying all of that, I was not reasoning it. I was like, it may seem as though Mitch is trying to retaliate with what Lawrence asked the other Sunday, where Lawrence asked Z what she thinks about Yolanda and Mitch friendship, and then Z said she feels they are controlling each other, but it may seem as though Mitch is controlling Yolanda more. To me, I feel it's kind of a revenge. I don't know, guys, I don't know, but that is what I feel. You are free to also tell me what you feel. That is why we are always sailing together, because I know perception differs, right? Okay, after that of Mitch, another person that more shard, hey, wahala, guys, was Makeke, guys. Makeke directed this one to Mpumi, as Makeke said that he thinks Mpumi deserves better than that one. The person he is calling that one what's his name? Jared. Because of course they've been seeing this Jalimpu ship. I've been waiting for Lawrence to even ask a question, but I think Lawrence would ask a question today about the Jalimpu ship because it's quite shaky. Makeke said, I think you deserve better than that one, but I want you to know that you do not have a man outside anymore. Mpumi said, how can you measure? How can you measure it that way? Like, there is quite disappointment in Mpumi's face because a whole lot was said regarding this Jared and Liema thingy, and this one is to her face, right? To her face, a whole lot was said about this thingy. People thinking, making it look like she was indeed the third one, and she invaded into whatever. Now, talking about that, I was keeping Yolanda's own for the last because she had a lot to say. But first off, I'll talk about what she had to say since I started with Makeke talking about Liema and Jared thingy. Now, let me also start with Yolanda's. Yolanda picked up Jared's name, So Yolanda said his dislike for Jared was he is manipulative, and that he likes controlling the crowd, that he will be controlling them. The people he is controlling would not even know that they are being controlled by him, So he thinks he's so manipulative. And he said, but there is something he likes about him, that he thinks the dude is not what he really placed as himself in this house, that in this house he placed himself as like somebody who is into many women, somebody who is flirtatious, but that is not whom he is, that he feels Jared loves Liema and Liema loves Jared. We all know Yolanda has been singing this thing like a reading in her diary section. Any diary section, if you want to talk about the whatever that is happening in the house, she would say Jared loves Liema. Liema loves Jared. And there's one thing about Yolanda, she would tell you whatever she said behind you to your very before. So she was like that Jared loves Liema and Liema loves Jared back. That whatever he is doing is just trying to look like he's playing a game and to play his taunts, that all those things is not his personality. And then Mpumi was there, while she was saying this, and then Mpumi now impute her mouth and said, yes, he's trying to create a storyline. And then Z now remind Mpumi and said, no addition, because that is the rules of the game. This is how much it got to Mpumi, because they were all saying about the ship. It was like the night where she had to rant and bant about whatever Jared was doing, This is when they are now rubbing the relationship thingy on her face, And guess what? Jared and Liema was not in this game. They did not partake at all. While they were having their convo, you would see Liema walking. Jared would follow him wearing a bossa. Very short, guys. It's not even short, bossas, like his pants, following Liema. And Mpumi was there. At this point, it is giving. Mpumi said she regrets. In what she said, she regrets ever doing that. That's the worst thing that ever happened to her in this house, is inventing into whatever that had to do with the Jalimpu ship. Now the question is the regret late? No. But I also think this Jalimpu thing actually brought her out, made her have a certain fan base too. So it's never a bad thing for her. I mean in real world, because she gathered fans because of that. So, aside finding Jared manipulative, he thinks that even it is not a game, that Jared and Liema would have been dating for real. And then she had something to say about Z. She said Z can be genuine to people she want to be genuine with. She has a selected few that she will be genuine with, and that she thinks Z is somebody that would want to draw you closer to make you think she is cool with you while she is not. That is what she said. So she now cited herself for an example, because she once told, was it Mitch, that Z has been trying to come to her, trying to look like they are cool, So she now cited herself for an example, that like recently herself and Z have been acting all close, fam Z and all of that, but truly they know that they are really not cool with each other. And then Z was like, oh my god, I wish I can talk. Remember the rule of the game, you cannot speak while another person is talking about you. So she said that is what she feels about Z. And then she now said another thing is that Z is very difficult to read, that is one of the problems she has. And then Z fans were like, now you said the truth, because you think you can read people, you can analyze people's game. So Z is the only person you cannot analyze her game, and it is getting to you. That's why every AK market day you're talking about Z this, Z that, So she said it's very difficult to actually say who Z is. That was how it happened. That is the few more shot. There was a whole lot more, right? But these are the few points that I actually want to discuss with you guys, at least for now. Maybe as time goes on, I'll be discussing more about others, maybe depending on how they and people take a particular perception about some things the housemates said. Then I will bring it here and we'll discuss it together too. You get a point. So tell me, did you watch how the housemates marshaled themselves yesterday or nah? Let me know in the comment section. If you do, tell me the one that was the highlight for you in the comment section. Before I call it a quit, let's just read few things from the social space. Coming from Comrade Attitude, I have to give it to SA housemates. They are brutal, blunt, nonchalant, and big-time gamers. Me, I accept this with my full chest, like they don't mind swords. It might not be all of them, but most amongst all. Like, it's only few that can actually withdraw and not say what is in their mind. Renny Zion said, I knew it. Yolanda's obsession with Z was because she can't know her game plan, and the lying narrative she passed about Z just to break her down to act of character, but Z doesn't entertain it and stand her ground. Now you all know what her problem is with Z. So the Z fans, like I said earlier, were like, oh no, now she actually told us what the problem is. This is the full problem why Yolanda do not like Z. Guys, I would repeat again, and I would say it. I started this video with a shout out to Papa Ghost. I'm going to end it with a shout out to Papa Ghost because he lit the house last night. Like, it was so interesting. It was really so interesting having this housemates air their mind, say whatever that is heavy, how they feel about each other. And the sweetest part is that nobody can interrupt, so there will be no room for argument. Anyways, guys, I'll be dropping my voice right here and now. I'll be leaving the rest for you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.